welcome back to my channel. We are finally in the season of fall and I'm so excited. Fall is absolutely one of my favorite times of the year, especially for fashion and for makeup looks. I think there's so much that you can do with the dark, vampy looks. And it's just so much fun to recreate. So today's makeup look is going to be on this burgundy look that I have going on here with this very dark, bold lip. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So starting with the fresh, clean face, the first thing I'm going to be going in with is this Marine Bright Formula Softening Lotion Spray from MAC. And I'm just going to spray that in my hand and work that all over my face. Next for primer, I'm going to be going in with this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I'm just going to put that right in my T-zone area just to minimize my pores. Then going in with the Too Faced Hangover Primer, I'm going to rub that in all over my face, and this is just going to help create a nice base for our foundation to lay on. Now going in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Medium Dark Warm, I'm going to put that on my eyelid, and that's just going to help prime our eyes for our eyeshadow, and I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend that out. Now I'm just setting my eyes with a little bit of Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and that's just going to help us so that way the concealer is not sticky and tacky so our eyeshadows lay smoothly. Now going in with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going in with the shade Raw Sienna on a Sigma E40 brush, and this is going to be our transition shade. So I'm just going to take that and just work that all over in the crease from inner corner to outer corner. Now I'm going in with a little bit of this shade Real Gar, and it's almost like a burnt orangey color, and I'm taking that on the same Sigma E40 brush, and I'm just going to dust that in my crease all the way from inner corner to outer corner in the same place we put Raw Sienna, just to build up some more color and dimension in our eyes. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this Makeup Forever shadow in the shade M846, which is a beautiful burgundy cranberry color, and I'm going to use that on a Sigma E40 brush, and we're just going to take that and work that into our crease as well. I'm not going to take it as high as we did with Raw Sienna and Real Gar. We're just going to try to keep this color low so that way we can blend out all the other colors. Now I'm just going in with this big fluffy brush from NYX, and we're just going to use that to blend all the shadows out so that way we have no harsh lines. Now going in with the shades Red Ochre and Venetian Red, I'm going to take a little bit of both and use a Morphe 433 brush, and we're going to begin to work that in the outer V of our eyes. We're going to try to keep these colors low and not bring it up too high, and this is just going to add more dimension to our eyeshadow. Now going into the shade Cypress Umber, which is a very dark chocolatey brown, we're going to use that same M433 brush, and we're going to begin to put that in the outer V as well. This is just going to create some depth so our eyes look a little bit darker on the outside. Now going back to that same fluffy brush from NYX, we're just going to use that to blend everything out so once again we have no harsh lines. Now going in with a little bit more of Real Gar on that same Sigma E40 brush, I'm just going to put that on the very top to blend all the shades out just so the eye look is not so dark and we have a little bit of color in there. Now going into the colored Raine palette, I'm going in with the shade Noble Woman, and I'm taking that on a Sigma E55 brush, and I'm just going to begin to pack that on the lid all over from inner corner, not bringing it all the way to the outer corner but just halfway onto the lid. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to spray that onto my brush with the shadow on it, and I'm just going to go over it. And as you can see, this just makes the shadow stand out more, and I love doing this with all of my glitter and shimmery eyeshadows because it just makes it so much more pigmented and it makes it so much more metallic-like. Now just taking a little bit more of Red Ochre and Venetian Red, I'm just going to use that on the very outer corners just to blend out that red cranberry color so that way we don't have a really harsh line in the middle. Now taking a little bit of makeup remover on a Q-tip, I'm just going to begin to clean up the edges of my eyeshadow. And this is a cool trick if you ever do get messy with your eyeshadow and it just gets all over the place. Just use a Q-tip and that way you can get a nice sharp edge and your eyeshadow won't look as messy. Now going in with one of my favorite foundations ever. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Caramel, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that and pump it on the back of my hand and then just dot it all over my face. Then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and blend it all out. Now I'm going in with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel, and I'm going to take that underneath my eyes in a triangle shape. And I'm also going to take a little bit on the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, and a little bit on my chin. And this is just going to help highlight and bring some brightness to the center of our face so that way we don't look all one color. And I'm going to use my beauty blender just to blend that all out. Now taking my Mercier translucent setting powder, I'm going to take a little bit of that on my beauty blender and I'm just going to use it to pat underneath my eyes. I'm not really going to bake for a long time. I just like to set it there for a few seconds so that way it soaks up all the concealer and it doesn't crease up. And then I like to take a brush and then just brush it all away. Now using my NYX eyebrow pencil in the shade Black, I'm going to use that to fill in my brows, and I'm just going to do that off camera. Now going in with my NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade Black, I'm just going to use that to create a winged liner. Now going back into the Anastasia palette, I'm going in with the shade Red Ochre and Cypress Umber on a Sigma E15 brush, and I'm just going to begin to pack that very tightly on my lower lash line. I want it to be very smoked out on our lower lashes, so this is the first shade I'm going in with. Now going back to that Makeup Forever shadow, I'm first taking a Morphe E18 brush, which is a very small pencil brush, and I'm just going to use that to pack that color on the lower lash line and smudge it out a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and use a Morphe E22 brush, which is a little bit fluffier, and I'm just going to use that clean just to blend everything out so that way we don't have no harsh lines under there. Now taking my Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion, which is a very dark black, I'm just going to use that to go ahead and line my waterline. Well, before moving on, I'm just going to take a quick water break because you know we have to stay hydrated. Nothing like a refreshing taste of water. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use a little bit of this NYX eyebrow gel just to set my eyebrows in place so they don't budge. Now I'm going in with my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC45, and I'm just going to take that on a Sigma E30 brush to dust all over my face. This is a must for me because I do have combination oily skin, so I have to set my face with a powder so my oils don't seep through throughout the day. Now I'm going in with my Color Effects Highlight and Contour Palette, and I'm going to use those two dark shades. I'm not going to really contour my face, but I'm just going to bronze it up a little bit. So I'm taking those two colors on my cheekbones, and then I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit around my forehead and around my jawline. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use a little bit of that middle shade on a Sigma E50 brush, and I'm just going to use this to contour my nose a little bit, not too harshly, but just slightly. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Mascara in the shade Carbon Black, and I'm going to use this to coat both my top and bottom lashes because we are going to go in with falsies. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply my lashes off camera. Now I'm going to be going in with blush, and I'm using this one from Tarte in the shade Paaarty, and I'm taking that on a Morphe E4 brush to dust it all over my cheeks. And this, guys, is my favorite brush to apply blush. And for highlight, I'm going to be going in with this one from Becca. It's Jaclyn Hill's collab with them in the shade Champagne Pop. I cannot tell you how much I love this highlight. I just think it's so beautiful and it could complement any skin tone. And I'm just going to be using a fan brush from Sephora to highlight the top of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my cupid's bow. Then going in with a Morphe E36 brush, I'm going to use that to highlight the top of my eyebrows and a little bit on my inner corners. Now for my favorite part, which is the lips, I'm going in with this matte liquid lip from Colorpop, and it's in the shade LAX, and I'm going to use that to fill in my lips. You don't really need a liquid liner when it comes to liquid lipsticks because of the pointed edge on the brush applicator, so you basically just fill in your lips using this. And to finish off this look, I'm just going to go ahead and use a little bit of Kat Von D's Lock It setting spray, and I'm just going to spritz that all over my face to set everything in place. And with the power of editing, voila, we can go ahead and turn this hot mess of a hair into nice, beautiful curls. So this is the final result. I really love how this look came out, and I hope you guys enjoy it and saw that it was so super easy and fun to create. And if you guys do decide to recreate this look, make sure you tag me in your videos so I can see what they look like. If you aren't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and thumbs up this video if you like it. And make sure you guys leave me your comments below on what other looks you guys would like to see next. And as always, all the products that I used will be listed in the bottom bar below. And until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye.